Thank you, Natalia, for the nice introduction. It's a lot of people and a lot of lights. I was sitting up there earlier and the view looked a lot better than where I'm standing now. You're all beautiful, but I'm nervous. But anyways, let's get to the topic. Empowerment. It's a very challenging thing for me to talk about because empowerment has a different meaning to me than what it could mean to you. To me, empowerment is my mother. She brought me up as a single parent. She is the reason I'm standing here today and about to say what I have to say. Let me start off by telling you a short story about a really good friend of mine. A young, beautiful girl who comes from the Republic of Uzbekistan, a culturally conservative country. So basically, women have less rights than men, or almost no rights in comparison to men. And arranged marriage is something that happens on a regular basis. So they basically have to get married at a young age when it's all planned out for them. This friend of mine, beautiful, young, live woman, was born in this country. So basically, her education was to a certain limit. And rights, she had no rights. And she also had to get married at a very young age, and if she ever happened to encounter any sort of sexual abuse, it was always her fault. Unfortunately, it happened. One day, as she was walking back home from school, she got kidnapped by a bunch of men and raped. Yes, it wasn't the best thing, of course. She didn't know what to do about it. It devastated her. But instead of speaking up, knowing it could bring shame to her family, she let that sink in. She let it all go and let that deep secret die inside of her. It was all okay for a couple of years, until it was time for her to get married 2 years later. It was time for her to confront her family. She did so. Did she expect? Well, she expected some mercy from her family, from her mother, something, maybe comfort. But instead, her mother dishonored her, hit her, ripped every hair she had off her head, saying that she is no longer her daughter. That was the case. My friend was a strong individual. She had a few connections in Europe, so she managed to talk to her friends, help her run away, and move to Germany. Yay, she moved to Germany. It wasn't easy at first because she had to work 5 jobs, a minimum five jobs. As a bartender, a kindergarten, a woman who takes care of kids, a cleaning woman. She had to do several jobs just to be able to have a roof on top of her head, to be able to find something to eat. She also continued with her studies. So all that, even though her parents dishonored her and never wanted her again, she still managed to be a strong individual and a powerful woman who is now happily married and has a kid of her own. My friend is only one example of many women who go through crazy situations every day in third world countries, in countries which are currently developing. And she is only an example of a statement that I strongly believe in, which is us women, men, us women are stronger than we actually know. But now the question is, what are these powers? And how do we make use of the powers we have? Let me give you an example of a professional development wise. For instance, Margaret Thatcher, the former Prime Minister of UK, a very powerful woman, a very powerful example, who actually stood up for her rights, fought for her rights, and did everything possible to be where she was. Queen Rania, a very beautiful woman, known for her advocacy of work and related to human rights, related to education, youth, health, and so on. Also a woman who is a very powerful individual and fought for her rights. These people were always fighting for where they want to be. Now the question is, why aren't we as strong as them? Why do we always hear the term businessmen and not businesswomen? Why are they more, for instance, presidents who are males rather than female presidents? Why is this always the case? It is not, the blame is not to blame the men, it is us. Because we seem to believe, we are brainwashed thinking that the world is an equal place, that men and women have the equal rights. But the actual case is, it's not what it is. Now, is this how you see the perfect world, knowing that this is our theme? A perfect world to me is where women, or us women, once again, don't have to fight so hard to be where we deserve to be. We don't have to do what's over our power just to be in the same place as men are when they get it so easy. That's a perfect world to me. Now, what I want you to take with you from this talk, from my talk, is basically sit with yourself. Sit back with yourself, know your powers, learn what your strengths are, enhance them, and strengthen your weaknesses. Because just imagine, once you are aware of what your powers are, once you are aware of what you are capable of, that power you hold amazingly turns into magic. Thank you for your attention.